How you doing, everybody? This is Top here today, and I want to bring you a video about Destiny and Atheons Revenge, the big patch that removes the ability to push Atheon off the ledge at the end board on the raid. Now, people are always going to go and find other ways around and push him off from another spot, but it looks as though Bungie has finally given Atheon the revenge that he deserves, no longer cheesing him at the end of the game. Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here and say I haven't done it. I pushed Atheon off the edge many a time. Have I pushed him over? Now, is it more rewarding beating him? Hell yeah, it's way more rewarding beating him. And on normal, I would rather beat him every single time. On hard now, which it is hard, is a little difficult. Pushing him off the edge does make your life a lot easier, especially when you're not level 30 and you've been playing countless raids where you have not received any raid gear. I mean, to be honest, I got 2 hunters and I got 1 titan, and with the 2 hunters I can play the raid 4 times, 2 times on hard, 2 times on normal, and I still at this point have not reached no raid armor. So it's really just random generated numbers and just a random chance that you will end up getting your raid gear. So by doing this, gives you the option to do it quicker and just get through the grind, to get you to that point where you can actually do the boss on hard and be on equal footing with the boss at level 30. Now, not to say I've seen many players that can do it on level 29, even some 28s I've seen do it on hard, but it is hard for a reason. Now, am I pleased with this patch? Yes, I am happy with this patch, because at the end of the day, the game mode and the raid was meant to be challenging and not a cheesy way for us to just push him off the edge and do it in an easy way. It was meant for us to work as teammates and figure out ways that we can improve our gameplay as teammates and beat the boss and still feel like we've accomplished something because we beat him together with just raw teamwork and down to the wire gameplay. So another thing I wanted to talk about was just other patches and parts of the patches that they had done, which was stability patches, and this was supposedly to fix a lot of the kicks and people being kicked out of game just randomly, but it looks as though that's been messed up, and I think we're gonna need another patch, because I think I can't count last night how many people were randomly kicked from the strikes I was doing, the nightfall strikes and weekly strikes that I was doing, just randomly being kicked out the game or just having connection issues. So it looks as though this patch has messed up those issues. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do it, because one thing I don't understand is why people go out of their way to post on the forums and make videos about how to push the boss off the edge, knowing that in reality you're just giving up the whole idea, and people are going, a bunch of you are going to patch it. Now, it's a good thing because we all know it's an exploit, but at the same time, you're just giving them you're showing them what it is, and then they're just gonna fix it. So talking about that, we're gonna talk about the Templar, because it looks as though they haven't fixed the Templar, because you can still push the Templar off. Now, is that also a cheesy way of doing it? Yes, because if you want to get the 5th chest, it takes a little bit more effort to stand on the rings and stop the Templar from teleporting, which in turn, if you do stop him, you'll be able to get the 5th chest, where in my video you can kind of see right now the secret passageway we took to get to the 5th chest. When you do go down this secret passageway in this section of the video, there's a bottom level before you reach the chest in the Gorgon maze. There's a little crack in the wall, and when going through that crack, as long as you did not let the Templar spawn, you will receive that 2nd chest. So majority of the time now, I mean, instead of doing the grind and standing on the circle, we will push the Templar off the edge. Now, is it the easy way out? Obviously. Most players know it's the easy way out? Yes. Do I enjoy doing it that way? No. Is it the easier way? Yes. Did I like it when I stood on the circles and stopped him from teleporting and worked hard at getting it? That was the most rewarding. If I could do it like that all the time and just have a good squad who I know I could do it and really work that part of it and get it that way, I would do it. But that's not always the way with raids, and raids are a funny thing, getting teams together, finding the right group of players. Everybody wants to do the raid, but are you raid ready? Which means, do you have the gear when going into a raid? Because a lot of times when people enter the raid, they really just want the gear, and that could mean that they're bringing in their lowest player, be it a level 27 or a level 26 or a 28, with guns that are not ranked up, and they're kind of making it a lot more difficult for their teammates. Now, remember that when you form a raid team, your raid team and the raid itself, the ranks are there for a reason, and it is a very difficult thing to do when you have one player that is a lot lower than the rest, or doesn't understand what's going on, or say for instance his guns are not up to par, but yet that player wants to do the raid. Now a good way to get around that is to maybe take that player in game, help them find the guns that will help them to do better in the raid, or find them a group that is, you know, a little bit more of a veteran, and throw the one player in with the veterans so that he can learn what the raid is about, instead of having 3 or 4 players like that in a raid team and then just making the whole raid frustrating and not really fun for anybody. And a lot of times I really enjoy helping people to do the raid. I have fun doing it with different people, but a lot of times lately I've been finding to be very frustrating for the simple fact that you seem to be always explaining things to do in this raid over, and having people for instance having different classes, maybe bringing their other class to get an item where they may have a higher level, and different things like that. I mean, I have 3 players, but I choose to do it the whole raid with 1 to go through it. I really don't like switching players in between or doing anything like that. I like to finish the raid. Now remember, the key to having fun in a game is having a good team and surrounding yourself with good players who you're going to get along with, enjoy the raid. The best raids that I've had, and some of them been the most difficult, was the ones I was in the group with and we were laughing and joking and just having fun with the raid. The worst raids I've had is the ones where it was just serious and it was just like, let's beat this, it's late, this person's not high enough, Those are the worst raids. So if you really want to enjoy a raid and have fun and really just overall do good on the raid, make sure you pick your raid team properly. Make sure there's a lot of good communication. Make sure that people have a proper rank joining the raid. Also, make sure that their guns are up to par, and if there are a newbie, just explain to them, take them aside, and everyone else who is a veteran in it should have a little bit of understanding and appreciate the fact that there's a new player in the squad. So this is just some things that I felt about talking about the raid and giving you an idea about Atheons Revenge and the patch and just overall input about the raid. So let me know what you think about the raid. Do you think pushing him off is a cheesy way of doing it? Would you rather beat him the so-called legit way, or in my mind I believe the legit way, the real way? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Thanks for checking out my videos. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you like what you see. And hopefully I'll bring you some more great content in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.